pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 180. Set. We're okay. We're okay.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Set.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now it's blocked.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way. Left.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
44's the mic.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
36.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Set, blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Gun, 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 gun.
44's Mike.
On 1st down, Allen.
Here we go. Here we go.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Gun, 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 gun.
10. Show an 8. Show an 8. Jack. Bang, bang, bang.
Well, they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Blitz! Blitz!
Watch you now, Barney, Barney. Watch you now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Check your hot read. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
On the ground, Ivory. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, What do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And they'll run it with McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A first update now from Cincinnati, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Room. The 1-8er. Delta. White.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
A first down throw here for Rivers.
Let's go, defense.
Eluding the and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Milano coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Sack, baby, sack. E.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Hey, go orange.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Watch 12.
Done.
Throwing Rivers. He's going to go for a big play down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always.
Gun! Over!
Check 26, check 26.
Leopard!
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shift.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Check safety. 44.
Watch him now, Barney!
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hot!
Motion.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
They'll give to McCoy. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll find the rookie from LSU, DJ Shark, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
3 down, 3
Set. 380. White.
On play action, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
57's the mic.
Rivers again. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He finds McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 down.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
Now Allen to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Matthews, the intended target, 3rd down here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check mic.
Now Allen again.
I got one.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Keep it skinny.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be...
White! Hey, hot!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Tight end's right. We got 4.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Delta!
3rd and long for Rivers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Here you go, man.
Back to Buffalo after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Second down, Rivers.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's third down.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through.
Will kick this one off. Number 28, waiting to return.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
4 down. Check, check. Fofo's a mate.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the air, Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Hey, we got 4.
Gun! 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 Gun!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This will be fielded at the 17. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Buffalo wall. And he
Play action now. Rivers. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
White.
It's our
White.
It's our
On second down, Rivers again. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Dead. Round 80.
Mike's 40.
And hut. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check 52's the Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Here they come. Here they
A.J.
come.
Boye with a pick. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All day.
He was second in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darkwa. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Over. Hurry up.
A final shot before half for Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jacksonville will be kicking off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a
do that. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Double tight. 4 down.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here comes Darkwa. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
This give is to McCoy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back-to-back big plays right there, and the Bills have another first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Set. 3-19.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Allen now looking to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Hot.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Tight right. Solo out there, check the outside. Set, green 80.
They'll go again with Bell. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Even. 4 down, even.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Detroit!
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 50.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Let's
And
go.
the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
He's mine. He's mine. All day.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Jacksonville will kick this one off. Number 28, back.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together
All right, man, lucky
and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Mike, 44.
Detroit!
In your face.
On second down, it's McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
No.
You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, and my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over and see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
We got three down. Hey, gun!
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3-19.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
What's the motion?
Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Detroit!
On first down, this is Ivory. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check 4, check 4.
Watch it now, Barney.
Check 3.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, here's McCoy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll go with McCoy. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Bell. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2 times. 3 down, 3 down.
Set. Delta.
Mike's 59.
Again, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
That's it, baby.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
4 down. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.